I promise we're going to do everything we can to put a smile on your face. Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to be back with another recap of the Governor Initiative Q2 program. Our second session, guided by Sir Hussain, Sir Mubashir and Hamza Alvi, was packed with some really valuable insights. So let's dive deep into what we covered today. We started with the Document Object Model, DOM, a crucial concept in web development. It's the way browsers interpret and render HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as a tree structure. Think of it like the backbone of any web page where every element is connected in a hierarchical manner. When we manipulate the DOM, we're actually manipulating this tree structure, which reflects changes in real time on our web pages. One key takeaway was understanding that the DOM represents your page as objects. For instance, when you want to dynamically change the content of a web page, say updating a button's color or changing the text, it's all about manipulating that DOM structure. Next, we discussed two major paradigms in programming: imperative and declarative. In imperative programming, we manually handle actions step by step. It's like giving detailed instructions on how to complete a task. For example, imagine you're programming a button to turn blue when clicked. In an imperative style, you'll write every specific step to achieve that result. But then comes declarative programming, where instead of writing out every instruction, you describe what you want the outcome to be, and the programming language or framework handles the details for you. For instance, in React, you might just declare that a button should be blue under certain conditions, and React ensures that happens. We also dove into the heart of component-based architecture. In simple terms, components are like building blocks. You break down a web page or application into smaller, manageable pieces that you can reuse. This structure is powerful because it allows each component to serve a specific purpose, and together they form the entire application. Each component, whether a button, a form, or even a layout section, plays a vital role in creating the larger application. And for us front-end developers, this is where creativity really shines. With component-based design, you can craft modular, reusable code while ensuring your user interfaces are sleek and intuitive. Now, one of the most fascinating concepts we explored was unidirectional data flow. This essentially means that data flows in one direction from parent to child components, like a waterfall. This single-way flow helps to simplify how we manage and track data in applications, making it easier to debug and maintain. We also tackled the comparison between UI libraries and frameworks. For example, in a UI library like React, you get to decide how and when to use certain features. But with a framework like Next.js, it comes with a predefined structure and instructions for building both server-side rendering and client-side rendering web applications. We broke down server-side rendering SSR and client-side rendering CSR. With SSR, the content is generated on the server and then sent to the browser, which can improve performance and SEO. On the other hand, CSR renders the page entirely in the browser, giving a more dynamic user experience. And in some modern apps like Next.js, you can even have a mix of both. Some pages might be server rendered, while others are client rendered, or even a mix of both on the same page. Speaking of Next.js, this is a framework built on React that offers a lot of advanced optimizations like improved performance for single-page applications, SPAs, through caching, faster load times, and enhanced user experiences. We learned why Next.js is gaining popularity in the dev community. It's got great documentation, strong community support, and the flexibility to handle both simple and complex web apps. We even ran through the commands to create a Next.js project, npx create next app-latest. With just a few steps, you can have a fully working Next.js application up and running. And when you dive into the code, you'll see files like page.tsx, which combine TypeScript and XML, making your components both typed and declarative. Finally, to wrap up, our assignment is all about applying what we've learned. We need to create an app with 4 pages, including some nested pages, to really get a feel for Next.js's routing and component structure. Oh, and don't forget to share your learnings on LinkedIn. It's a great way to reflect and showcase your progress. That's a wrap for today's session. Thanks for sticking with me, and I can't wait to see what you all create. Let's keep pushing boundaries and mastering these tools one step at a time. See you next session. This is Mehdi Abbas Nathani.